Hey Reddit, I'm writing this with a trembling hand and tears streaming down my face. I need your help. But first I need to tell you something I can't believe I did. Please don't judge me too harshly. I know I messed up and the guilt is crushing me. My life at home is great, on paper. I have 2 beautiful kids, a loving husband who provides for us, and a solid, comfortable life. My husband still takes me on dates, overnight trips to baseball games, and beautiful resorts. But somewhere along the way, I became lost, bored, and I started to despise my domestic life. I yearned for something more, something different, something exciting. Then one day this guy walked into my life. He sells advertising for a local magazine, direct mail piece, and asked me to lunch to talk about it. He was decent looking, had a lot of energy, but there was something else about him. His eyes sparkled with this mischief. His laughter was contagious, and his words made me feel alive, like a teenager in love for the first time. We started talking, and I found myself getting lost in his stories, his ambitions, his dreams. It was like an electric current was flowing between us. I hadn't felt that way in so long. Lunch turned into drinks, and before I knew it, we were at his place. I knew it was wrong, but it felt so right at that moment. The way he looked at me, the way he made me feel, I thought I was justified in seeking out that excitement, that passion that had been missing from my life. But now, oh God, now I'm crushed with guilt, remorse, and fear, because I found out I contracted herpes from him. I panicked, went to the doctor, and it was confirmed. My world came crashing down in an instant. The excitement turned into a nightmare, and I'm trapped in it, unable to wake up. I look at my husband, and my heart aches. He doesn't deserve this. My kids don't deserve this. I made a terrible, selfish mistake, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose everything because of it. How do I tell him, Reddit? How do I confess this terrible secret? I'm already avoiding his sexual advances, so I feel like I should say something sooner than later. But I'm so scared, so confused. I don't want to lose my family, my comfortable life. I need your help, your advice. Please help me find the strength to do what's right. It's like I'm watching my life unravel, and I don't know how to stop it. I just want to go back to before, but I know I can't. Jesus, woman, what the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, here are some of the responses that she received. Response 1. Seriously? You messed up big time. Ain't no sugarcoating this one. You played with fire and got burned. You gotta tell your man ASAP. You owe him that much. Don't be hiding behind fear now. Face the music and come clean. Maybe he'll forgive you, maybe not, but you can't leave him in the dark like that. It's messed up. Do right by him, even if it's late in the game. Response 2. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty disgusted with what you did. Your husband deserves to know immediately. You made a choice, a very bad one, and now you have to face the consequences. It's going to be hard, and it's going to hurt, but it's the right thing to do. You cannot continue to deceive him and put his health at risk. Your family deserves honesty and integrity, even if it's going to shatter your world. Response 3. I read your story, and my heart aches for your family, especially your husband. What you did was not just a mistake, it was a betrayal. I understand that you're scared, but you must tell your husband right away. You have not only jeopardized your marriage, but also his health. Every moment you wait adds to the betrayal. Sit him down, take a deep breath, and tell him the truth. He deserves to hear it from you, no matter how painful it may be. And now, her first update. Hey Reddit, it's me again. I'm back with an update, and honestly, I don't even know how to process everything that's happened. First, thank you to those who responded to my first post. Your words were harsh, but I know I deserve them. I'm still grappling with everything, and I just need to get it out. So, my husband started getting more insistent, and I finally gave in to his advances. But I was so scared of the situation, so I kept things limited to, well, a certain way that he seemed to like. Basically, I just keep things oral on my end, and I fake everything else to appear satisfied myself. I thought maybe I could keep it up this way, keep the excitement and passion alive without risking his health since I wasn't having an outbreak at the time. But now I'm terrified again. I know he'll eventually want more, and I'm afraid he'll contract the herpes too. I'm caught between wanting to cling to this small piece of my old life and knowing that I can't keep this up forever. So here I am, back at square one, asking you, the Reddit community, what you think of this plan. Can I keep things going like this and retain my solid life? Or am I just fooling myself, delaying the inevitable? Your thoughts would mean a lot to me, even if they're hard to hear. Here are 2 responses that she received. Response 1. I cannot believe what I'm reading. You've gone from making a terrible mistake to actively putting your husband's health at risk. This is beyond irresponsible and selfish. What you're doing is not a solution, and it's not a way to retain your solid life. It's a ticking time bomb, and you're playing with fire. You need to tell him now, today, right away. No more games, no more deceit. Your husband deserves to know the truth, and he deserves the chance to make his own decisions about his health and his life. This is not a matter to be taken lightly, and I'm utterly appalled that you've allowed it to go this far. Stop thinking about yourself and think about him for once. Response 2. I'm shaking with anger as I write this. How could you? How could you continue to deceive him like this, even after seeking advice and knowing full well what you have to do? This is not just a breach of trust. This is a betrayal on a whole new level. You are playing with his health, his emotions, and his life, and for what? To retain your solid life. That life is built on lies now. You have to tell him right away, today. No more excuses, no more justifications. You owe him honesty and respect, and every second you wait is another stab in the back. This needs to end now, and you need to face the consequences of your actions, however painful they may be. Now for her final update. Hey Reddit, it's me again, for the last time. I wish I had something positive to say, but I don't. My life is in ruins, and I'm overwhelmed by pain, guilt, and regret. I finally told my husband everything. The look in his eyes as the truth came tumbling out of my mouth will haunt me forever. He was heartbroken, betrayed, and furious all at once. I've never seen him like that. He immediately went to get tested, and thank God it all came back negative. I dodged a bullet there, but everything else has crashed down around me. When I finally sat my husband down to tell him, I could see the confusion in his eyes as I stumbled over my words. "There's something I need to tell you," I began, my voice trembling, tears threatening to spill. His face fell as I continued, and by the time I got to the awful truth, his expression had shifted to one of shock and disbelief. "How could you do this to us?" he asked, his voice breaking, his eyes welling with tears. I tried to explain, tried to tell him how lost I had felt, but words failed me. "You've destroyed our family," he whispered, the hurt in his voice cutting through me like a knife. "You've destroyed everything." His words hung in the air, heavy and final, and I knew then that there was no going back. Our marriage, our family, the life we had built together, was shattered in an instant, all because of one unforgivable mistake. We're getting divorced. I'm probably going to lose custody of the kids. I can't believe how one little mistake, one moment of wanting to feel alive again, has caused so much devastation. I found a small apartment, but with today's prices, it's not big enough for separate bedrooms for the kids when they do get to visit. I feel like a failure as a mother, as a wife, as a human being. I even reached out to the magazine guy, the cause of all this, but he wants nothing to do with me. He was just using me. I was nothing to him. I'm considering pressing charges against him for knowingly transmitting herpes to me, but my lawyer says it's a tough case. Consensual, they said. I should have done my due diligence, they said. I'm lost, Reddit. My husband is heartbroken, my kids' lives are in turmoil, all because I wanted to feel like an adolescent again. The pain, the guilt, it's crushing me. I don't know if I'll ever find love again, or if anyone will want me now that I have herpes. I don't know how I'm going to support myself. I wish I could go back, but I can't. I'm stuck here, in this nightmare of my own making, wondering if I'll ever have anything good in my life again. Thank you for being there for me, even when I didn't deserve it. I don't know what comes next, but I'm so lost and afraid that I'll never find my way again. I guess I shouldn't be surprised at this by now. I mean, why is it that no one can see that they are making a mistake, and seem to only realize it once something bad happens as a result of that mistake? Do people just not think their mistakes will have consequences? Perhaps they think consequences only happen to other people, not them. I'm not sure. What do you think? How do things like this happen? Should we ever feel sorry for this type of person, or should we just write them off and take delight in their suffering? Or perhaps something in the middle? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.